felt really excited because I've never done the workers before at Hoys. It was a magical experience. The course was bigger than we were expecting it to be. I'm leaving to go and pack to Hoys. I'm so excited. And I'm taking Pav for the 133 workers, which I'm super excited about because I've never done workers at Hoys before. Yay! And I'm going to pack. Here's Pav's bridle for the workers. And my Devaki saddle. Can barely get that on the top rack. My saddle pad to warm up in. Lots of soaping products to keep him clean, and my favourite, sparkle. In. Just need to load Pav to go to Hoys. I'm really excited. Come on, Pavy. Good boy. Lift him up. Pav, lift your bum. Oh, Pav, I love you so much. Hey, Pavy! We've just arrived. Come on, let's go. Good boy.
Wait there. Let me get up.
We've just arrived at his stable. Good boy. As soon as Pav got in his fresh stable, he had a big wee-wee. Oh, Pav. I'm really excited because I've not ever done the works at Hoys before, and this will be a really big experience for me and I'm super excited. I'm going to the warm-up to warm up. This is my friend Penny. That's my friend Lily. Yeah.
I've won. You need to win. You hear me?
I don't think I will, thank you.
You need to. Either I'm him, Jessie, or Robbie. Whichever one you want.
Does it count if we win last year?
No.
Oh, great.
But you still won. Fantastic.
Okay. The lucky number is your number because I think that's the same number we had when Robbie won. So I remember it had a 7 and a 2 and a 9, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely a really long walk to get down to the warm-up arena, so Puff will definitely have a leg stretch before we get in there. I saw Louise say well earlier and she teaches me jump, so I'm really excited to watch her jump really big. You get given 2 warm-up times, one in the evening. My time was 7:30 and one in the morning. My time was 5 a.m. We will ride Pav in the evening and decide if we need to do him in the morning. On your practice time, there's 2 classes going in together. I wound up with the 143s and the 133s for workers.
Your own time and your own pace. Away, thank you.
Everybody rides round on one rein together, and then they bring everybody back to walk to change the rein, and then everybody goes round on the other rein, so nobody crashes into each other. I've just warmed them up and we're going back to the stables. I'm just getting ready for bed, and I think Pav in the warm-up went really well. As well as Pav looking beautiful, I had to dress up smart as well. I'm in my Supreme onesie to keep me clean whilst walking down to the ring. We were really pleased with Pav, so we decided not to do the warm-up time in the morning so we can stay in bed a little bit longer so I wasn't tired. This is where they warm up for the international show jumping. I would like to jump in there in the big ring one day. Hi, Dad. They're getting the shows and stuff ready. The collection ring to warm up before the class is super tiny. I was really surprised at how big the audience was when I rode in there. And Pav really rose to the occasion and I really enjoyed it. I try not to let the pressure get to me and focus on my riding. I walked the course with Louise, Sewell and Mummy, and we talked about using our corners and waiting but still having enough canter to get over them so we don't have a rail. Thank you, Louise, for helping me with Pav at Hoys. And there were quite a few planks, so I had to ride them very accurately because planks come down very easily. The course was bigger than we were expecting it to be, and the last fence, which was it wasn't solid, but it looks like a solid wall. It was a carved wall as well, and from the other side, so when Mummy was stood at the gate, because it was so huge, we could only see Pav's ears over the top of it before we jumped it. And that was my favourite jump because I was super excited for it. And after that fence, I gave him a huge hug and kiss. I couldn't believe we jumped clear at Hoys. It was the best feeling I've ever had in workers. It was a set show and it was gallop first corner, which was different because we don't do that in our usual show. When I came out from my show, we had to take his saddle up to do confirmation. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get Pav's ears pricked in the confirmation, but I did it with a little bit of sand off the ground.
Let's go to 1115.
Pav, when they called my number, which was 1115, I was super surprised that we even got placed, even though he went really well, because he's a natural show jumper, not a worker. So I couldn't have been happier that day. Thank you, Lydia, for all your help at Hoys and at home with Pav. I was really sad that he had to go home, but I had to stay at Hoys to ride my other ponies the next day. Best pony in the world. Is that right? Yes, it is, isn't it, Pav? Good. You're the best ever. You can have loads of treats all you want. I'll miss you for the rest of the week because you're going home. Whilst I'm riding the other Robbie and Jessie. But I love you so much. Best pony ever. Yeah, you're the best pony ever. Yeah, best pony. Go, go, go. Thank you everybody for supporting me and watching me. I'm so proud of Pav, who's the best pony ever. After I'd had a little rest, it was time for me to go do my warm-up on Robbie and Jessie. I'm just getting ready to get on Robbie for the practice before tomorrow, and I'm really excited to ride Robbie at Hoys in the Show Pony Lead Rein. And are you excited, Sian?
Very excited. Are you, Anya?
Yes.
And what's going to be your favourite part?
All of it, because I love him.
You love him, don't you? It's going to be our last time together, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm finishing on the lead this year, so I'll miss him when we have to sell him because I'm going off the lead next year. I love you. Stop.
1, 2. Good girl.
He definitely hasn't got platinum because I can't feel any bumps.
You can't feel any bumps?
So he's probably not got platinum, has he?
No. Right, we're just going to loose rein for a minute. Pop it to go in, yeah? Come on then.
Come on then, Rob. Good boy. After I finished warming up on Robbie, I had to get straight on Jessie to warm up her straight after. On Saturday, it was show day. This is Shan doing Robbie's quarter markers before we go in the ring. I rode Robbie first in the Show Pony Lead Rein class. I was really sad because I had my last ever ride on Robbie. He went absolutely beautiful and got placed 5th in the Show Pony Lead Rein class. I wish his new rider the best of luck and I can't wait to see him at some shows next year. As soon as I came out of the ring on Robbie, I had to get straight on Jessie to go into the Show Pony First Ridden class. The go-round was the best we've ever done and it felt amazing. When they called my name for first place, I was absolutely delighted. I couldn't believe Jessie had just won Hoys. She's a pony of a lifetime. It was a dream come true to win the first ridden class at Hoys on my pony Jessie. It was amazing to do the winner's lap of honour. I got to ride round that big ring on my own. It was a dream come true. And in the championship, I came reserve. Jessie has been a pony of a lifetime this year. I can't quite believe that we have won the Mini Given Supreme Show Pony, Royal International and Toys. She really is the best first ridden pony ever. And I love her very, very much. Thank you, Jessie, for being an amazing pony and filling my dreams. Thank you to the breeders for breeding such an amazing pony. Thank you to Mandy for letting us buy her. Thank you to the Hilliers for starting me off with Jessie and running her so beautifully on the lead. And finally, my biggest thanks to Sarah and Craig for producing her to perfection this year. When I interviewed Sarah Parrott, I asked her what class would she like to win at host, and she said the first Ridden Show Pony, and that's the exact class when I was produced with her. Jessie and me won, and so her dream come true. Which is your favourite class in showing?
Favourite class is the Show Pony First Ridden, and I'd really like to give it a Horse of the Year show or produce something other pieces, but we've never won that class.
I would like to do that as well on my pony, Jessie.
Would you? Well, I hope you do.
Well done, Rafi and Jim, for winning the 1 to 8 show jumping class. I hope I can ride in that one day. Well done to everybody who qualified for hoist. It's a great achievement to ride there. Although we go to hoist to ride our ponies, we also have lots of fun with our friends, and I celebrated with a big chocolate ice cream. Ooh, yum, yum. I love going to the shops and visiting my sponsored stand. It was great to meet up with this Esme. She took me to the Knights of the Middle England stand, where I practiced some tricks on the static barrels. I love watching the international show jumping classes and getting tips for my jumping. It was fantastic watching the 6th bar. They jumped up to 1.95 meters.
Go! This is a race for Martin, but hoping you'll go too fast. So the lead come around the lead. They've never been to the Horse of the Year show before. From the rock.
I was very lucky to watch the evening performance in hospitality. The puissance was amazing. I got a little bit enthusiastic. On Sunday evening, I was very lucky to present the Supreme Products Supreme Pony and Horse of the Year. Congratulations to Elsie Lynch and Noble Peppermint for winning the Supreme Products Supreme Pony of the Year. Congratulations to Rob Walker and Viewpoint for winning the Supreme Products Supreme Horse of the Year. It's amazing that he has been hoist champion 4 years in a row, and we got to see him retire. Thank you very much for following my hoist journey. Thanks for watching. Follow my Instagram and Facebook page for more updates at Anya Clark.